Welcome to our deep dive into the challenges facing Mexico's infrastructure as it grapples with a booming tourism industry. While the allure of Mexico's vibrant culture and stunning landscapes draws millions of visitors each year, the strain on essential services and facilities is becoming increasingly evident. In this video, we'll explore 18 critical reasons why the current infrastructure may not be equipped to handle the influx of tourists, from overcrowded airports and traffic congestion to limited healthcare services and vulnerabilities to natural disasters. Join us as we uncover the realities that threaten to impact both the visitor experience and the lives of locals alike. 1. Overcrowded airports. Mexico's major airports, such as those in Cancun, Mexico City, and Los Cabos, are overwhelmed by the sheer number of incoming flights. Passengers often face long wait times, delays, and insufficient services, turning what should be an exciting start to a vacation into a frustrating experience. The terminals are packed, and baggage claim areas become chaotic, with travelers sometimes waiting hours for their luggage. The stress caused by overcrowded airports can leave a negative impression on visitors, even before they step out to explore Mexico's beauty. Efforts to expand airport facilities are ongoing, but they struggle to keep pace with the rapid increase in tourist numbers. 2. Traffic congestion. Popular tourist destinations across Mexico are plagued by traffic congestion, primarily due to narrow roads and outdated infrastructure. This results in frustrating delays and longer travel times for visitors eager to explore. In cities like Playa del Carmen or the bustling streets of Mexico City, traffic jams have become a common sight, often leaving tourists sitting in cabs or buses for extended periods. The roads are simply not designed to handle the current volume of traffic, causing bottlenecks and gridlocks. For tourists, this means less time enjoying the sights and more time stuck in transit, which can dampen the overall travel experience. 3. Insufficient public transportation. While Mexico City boasts a relatively decent public transport system, many tourist-heavy areas lack reliable and affordable options. This makes it difficult for visitors to navigate cities easily, often leading them to rely on expensive taxis or rental cars. In places like Tulum or Cabo San Lucas, public transportation options are scarce, and those that exist may be infrequent or overcrowded. This lack of efficient transit systems can be a significant barrier for tourists trying to explore off-the-beaten-path destinations, limiting their experiences and adding to their travel costs. 4. Limited water resources. Popular beach destinations such as Tulum and Playa del Carmen are experiencing significant water resource issues. The tourism industry's overuse of water has led to shortages affecting both locals and visitors. Hotels and resorts often consume large quantities of water, leaving local communities and smaller businesses struggling to meet their needs. This imbalance not only creates tension between locals and the tourism sector but also threatens the sustainability of these destinations. The need for better water management practices is clear, yet solutions remain complex and challenging to implement. 5. Poor waste management. Tourism hotspots like Cancun and Puerto Vallarta are facing severe waste disposal challenges. Large volumes of trash pile up in public areas, streets, and beaches, impacting the environment and local residents. Tourists often leave behind a trail of litter, from plastic bottles to food wrappers, that end up polluting the land and sea. Local waste management systems are not equipped to handle this influx, leading to unsightly and unsanitary conditions. The lack of effective waste management not only harms the environment but also tarnishes the image of these beautiful destinations. 6. Inadequate road networks. Many rural areas or smaller tourist towns in Mexico suffer from poorly maintained road networks. These roads create bumpy and unsafe travel conditions, preventing easy access to remote natural attractions. Tourists seeking adventure in the countryside may find themselves navigating pothole-ridden paths that are difficult to traverse. This not only poses safety risks but also deters visitors from exploring less commercialized areas, affecting local economies that rely on tourism dollars. Improving road infrastructure is essential to unlocking the full potential of Mexico's diverse landscapes and attractions. 7. Underdeveloped infrastructure in smaller cities. While larger cities in Mexico boast advanced infrastructure, smaller towns and rural areas lag behind. These regions often have poor facilities, insufficient hotels, and inadequate amenities to accommodate growing tourist numbers. The charm of these smaller locales can be overshadowed by the lack of basic services, from reliable internet to clean water. Tourists looking for authentic experiences may be discouraged by the lack of comfort and convenience, opting instead for more developed destinations. Bridging this infrastructure gap is crucial for promoting tourism in lesser-known areas. 8. Limited healthcare services. In less developed tourist areas, healthcare services may be limited, leaving tourists vulnerable during medical emergencies. Access to quality healthcare can be a concern, with few hospitals or clinics available to handle the needs of visitors. In the event of an accident or illness, tourists may find themselves far from adequate medical care, adding stress to their travel experience. This lack of healthcare infrastructure not only puts tourists at risk but also strains local resources, as they try to accommodate the influx of visitors without adequate facilities. 9. Lack of wastewater treatment. Several beach resorts, particularly in coastal areas like Baja California and the Yucatan Peninsula, suffer from inadequate wastewater treatment facilities. This leads to the contamination of water sources and environmental degradation, posing health risks to both locals and tourists. Untreated wastewater flowing into the ocean can cause harm to marine life and damage delicate ecosystems, affecting the natural beauty that draws visitors to these regions. Addressing wastewater treatment is essential to preserving the health and allure of Mexico's coastal destinations. 10. Overburdened energy infrastructure. Popular tourist destinations often face energy shortages as local infrastructure struggles to meet the high demand for electricity. Hotels, restaurants, and other establishments require significant power, and the current infrastructure is often insufficient. Power outages and energy rationing can disrupt the tourist experience, affecting everything from air conditioning to entertainment. The strain on energy resources also impacts local communities, who may face increased costs and reduced access to electricity. Developing sustainable energy solutions is vital for supporting the tourism industry's growth while ensuring the well-being of residents. 11. Environmental damage from overdevelopment. The rapid development of tourist resorts in Mexico often leads to the destruction of natural habitats and ecosystems. This overdevelopment results in long-term environmental damage that current infrastructure struggles to mitigate. The construction of large hotels and resorts can disrupt local wildlife and lead to the loss of biodiversity, detracting from the natural beauty that attracts tourists. Balancing development with conservation is a challenge that must be addressed to maintain the ecological integrity of these destinations while accommodating the growing number of visitors. 12. Inefficient internet connectivity. While urban areas in Mexico may enjoy strong internet connections, many rural and remote tourist destinations struggle with poor or no internet service. This makes it difficult for tourists to stay connected and for businesses to manage online bookings. Travelers seeking to share their experiences on social media or stay in touch with loved ones may find themselves frustrated by the lack of connectivity. Similarly, local businesses that rely on digital platforms for reservations and marketing may face challenges in reaching potential customers. Investing in reliable internet infrastructure is key to enhancing the tourist experience and supporting local economies. 13. Inadequate waste disposal at beaches. Beaches, especially in highly visited areas like Acapulco and Tulum, suffer from poor waste disposal management. Litter and pollution harm marine life and ecosystems, detracting from the natural beauty that draws visitors. The accumulation of trash on beaches can lead to health and safety concerns, as well as damage to the environment. Efforts to improve waste disposal practices and encourage responsible tourism are critical to preserving the pristine condition of these popular destinations for future generations. 14. Overuse of natural resources. Increasing tourist numbers place stress on Mexico's natural resources, including land, water, and energy. This overuse leads to environmental degradation and reduced quality of life for locals and tourists alike. The demand for resources can outpace supply, leading to shortages and conflicts between the needs of residents and the tourism industry. Sustainable practices and resource management are essential to balancing the benefits of tourism with the preservation of Mexico's natural heritage. 15. Poorly maintained historical sites. Mexico's rich historical and cultural landmarks are under threat due to a lack of maintenance and preservation. This neglect can result in the degradation of valuable heritage sites, diminishing their appeal to tourists. Ancient ruins, colonial architecture, and cultural monuments require ongoing care to ensure their longevity and integrity. The preservation of these sites is not only important for tourism but also for maintaining the cultural identity and history of the nation. 16. Uncontrolled urban sprawl. Unplanned development and uncontrolled urban sprawl in tourist areas lead to overcrowded cities and overstretched infrastructure. This lack of urban planning negatively impacts local residents and visitors, creating congested environments that detract from the charm of these destinations. The rapid expansion of urban areas can result in the loss of green spaces and the erosion of community cohesion. Implementing thoughtful urban planning strategies is essential to create livable and sustainable tourist regions. 17. Limited accommodation options. There is a shortage of diverse accommodation options in some tourist areas, particularly budget-friendly options. This leaves tourists with limited choices or forces them to stay in overcrowded areas. The lack of affordable lodging can deter budget-conscious travelers, limiting the accessibility of these destinations. Expanding the range of accommodation options is crucial for attracting a broader spectrum of tourists and supporting local businesses. 18. Vulnerability to natural disasters. Mexico is prone to natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, and floods, which can damage infrastructure in tourist-heavy areas. These events lead to disruptions in travel, hotel operations, and transport services, affecting the overall tourist experience. The vulnerability of infrastructure to natural disasters highlights the need for resilient construction and emergency preparedness. Ensuring the safety and continuity of services is vital for maintaining Mexico's reputation as a reliable and attractive tourist destination.